Gentlemen, listen up. I'm Dr. Tuba, and if you've been around this channel for a while, you already know what we do here. We don't chase fads, we don't drown in supplements, and we don't rely on pills that promise miracles overnight. We focus on precision health hacks, small, targeted tweaks that deliver massive results for men over 50. And today's tweak? It's hidden right in your morning cup of tea. Now, I'm not talking about whether you drink black, green, or Earl Grey. I'm talking about what you're missing in that mug. Because a single teaspoon, just one, can flip a biological switch in your system. That teaspoon can ignite your metabolism, fire up your energy, and quietly, but powerfully, boost your libido and confidence. And here's the part that gets funny, or maybe a little dangerous. When you start using it, your partner might notice. She might start wondering where this new spark, stamina, and confidence are coming from. And if she's anything like some of my patients' wives, she might even beg you to stop, simply because she can't keep up. But what I'm about to share isn't some lab-made stimulant or pharmaceutical shortcut. It's rooted in ancient wisdom, combined with modern endocrinology, and it targets the real core of male vitality, your hormones, your metabolism, and your drive. So grab your mug, because we're about to talk about the one teaspoon that can change the way your mornings and your nights feel. Before we talk about what to add to your tea, we need to talk about what's really going on inside your body when you wake up. See, most men over 50, even the ones who eat well, hit the gym, and think they're doing everything right, start their morning in a state of quiet hormonal and metabolic deficit. Not because they're lazy, not because they're broken, but because that's what aging and modern life do to your system. Here's how it works. When you open your eyes in the morning, your body releases a hormone called cortisol, your built-in alarm clock. A small burst of it is healthy. It helps you get up, get moving, and face the day. But if your sleep was restless, or if you're carrying stress from work, bills, or family, that cortisol spike doesn't shut off. And when cortisol stays high, it steals from your testosterone. It literally blocks your body's ability to make and use its most important male hormone. So before you've even had breakfast, your system is already running on fumes. Your energy feels low, your focus dulls, and that natural masculine drive? It's already being choked out by stress chemistry. To make it worse, your metabolism is still half asleep. Your digestive system has been idle all night. Your body is waiting for a clean signal, a spark, to tell it. All right, it's time to wake up and start burning fuel efficiently. But what do most men do instead? They slam down a cup of strong coffee that shocks their adrenals even harder. Or they sip plain tea that hydrates, sure, but does nothing to light that internal fire. That's why your morning ritual matters more than you realize. You need something intentional, something that hits 3 critical systems at once. 1. Balances your hormones and calms that cortisol storm. 2. Ignites your metabolism so your body uses energy cleanly. 3. Delivers steady stamina, not jittery caffeine highs that crash before noon. And that's exactly what the 1 teaspoon solutions I'm about to share are designed to do. Let's start with the first, the root that fuels hormonal drive, mood, and masculine spark better than almost anything nature ever made. If your main goal is to reignite your hormonal drive, to wake up with that spark, that quiet inner engine that says, "I've still got it," then your 1 teaspoon solution is simple: Maca root powder. Now, Maca isn't new. It's an ancient superroot from the high Andes of Peru, a place so rugged that only the toughest forms of life survive. For thousands of years, it's been used by mountain warriors and farmers for one reason: to restore energy, fertility, and endurance. That's why they call it Peruvian ginseng. But maca isn't a stimulant. It doesn't trick your body the way caffeine does. It's what scientists call an adaptogen, meaning it helps your system adapt to stress instead of being crushed by it. Here's why it matters for men. Inside your brain sits a control tower, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA for short. That's the master switchboard for stress and hormones. When life pressure stays high, that axis goes haywire. Cortisol up, testosterone down. Maca works like a tuner. It steadies that control system so your body can naturally start producing and using its own testosterone again. without adding any synthetic hormones. And when that balance returns, something remarkable happens. Your energy lifts, your focus sharpens, and yes, your desire comes roaring back. Most men report feeling it first in their mood and drive, a subtle hum of vitality they haven't felt in years. No jitters, no crash, just a clean, grounded strength. Here's how to do it right. Use gelatinized maca powder. It's the cooked version that's easier to digest. Stir 1 level teaspoon into your warm morning tea. Black, green, or herbal, doesn't matter. It has a light, earthy taste, a little like butterscotch, and blends surprisingly well. Stay consistent for a week or two. You'll wake up one morning with clearer thoughts, more energy, and that unmistakable sense that your body's awake again. And when your partner starts noticing that extra spark, that confident look in your eyes, don't be surprised if she jokingly says, "Whatever's in that tea, maybe ease up a little. That's the power of maca." It doesn't just wake up your body, it wakes up your identity as a man. Now let's say your biggest challenge isn't energy, it's stress. You're tired of waking up tense, mind racing before your feet even hit the floor. You feel like you're constantly running on fumes, never really resting, never fully calm. If that sounds familiar, your 1 teaspoon solution is ashwagandha root powder, one of the most powerful natural stress regulators ever discovered. This ancient Ayurvedic herb has been used for centuries as a rasayana, meaning rejuvenator. Its very name translates to the smell of the horse, because it was believed to give you the strength, stamina, and vitality of a stallion. And yes, that includes the kind of strength that matters to every man. Like maca, ashwagandha is an adaptogen, but its specialty is different. While maca drives energy upward, ashwagandha grounds it. It's the steady hand that calms the storm. Modern research shows that ashwagandha helps lower chronically elevated cortisol, that stress hormone we talked about earlier, without sedating you. Think of it as installing shock absorbers on your entire nervous system. The same pressures hit you, but now your system can take the impact without breaking down. When cortisol comes down, everything else improves. Your mood stabilizes, your mind clears. Your testosterone stays active longer instead of being suppressed by stress chemistry. And over time, something even more powerful happens. Your body stops wasting energy on worry and starts using it for recovery, muscle growth, and focus. Now, a word of warning. Ashwagandha doesn't taste great. It's earthy, bitter, and pungent. So here's the Dr. Tuba way to make it work. Mix 1 teaspoon into a strong flavored tea, something with ginger, turmeric, or even a cinnamon stick. Then smooth it out with a touch of raw honey or pure maple syrup. You'll feel the difference within days. Not a rush, but a calm alertness that stays with you all day long. You'll notice that you don't snap as easily. You think more clearly, and the weight of daily stress just doesn't hit as hard. Gentlemen, that's not just calm. That's controlled power. That's masculine composure restored. All right, gentlemen. Maybe your issue isn't mood or hormones. Maybe it's that slow, creeping fatigue that hits after lunch. That extra softness around the waist. That feeling like no matter what you eat, your body just doesn't burn the way it used to. If that sounds like you, then your 1 teaspoon fix is the simplest of them all. Cinnamon powder. But not just any kind. You want Ceylon cinnamon? Also called true cinnamon. It's cleaner, safer for daily use, and more powerful than the cheap cassia kind most grocery stores sell. Cinnamon is your metabolic ignition switch. Its magic lies in how it improves your body's insulin sensitivity, the key to controlling blood sugar, energy, and fat storage. Here's the truth. As men age, especially with added belly fat, our cells stop listening to insulin properly. That's called insulin resistance. And it's the silent killer of male energy. When your cells ignore insulin, your blood sugar spikes, you crash hard, and your body stores the excess as fat, usually right around the gut. Just 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon in your morning tea starts turning that around. It helps your cells open up to insulin again, allowing sugar to move cleanly into your muscles for energy instead of turning into belly fat. The results? Smooth, steady energy all day. No more post-lunch slumps. Fewer cravings. that need something sweet, feeling fades fast. Easier fat loss. Because your metabolism finally starts working with you, not against you. And the best part? It tastes amazing. Add it to black tea, chai, or even hot water with lemon. It blends beautifully and instantly turns your morning drink into a natural metabolic booster. So, if your body's been sluggish and your waistline's been growing, don't reach for another diet or detox. Reach for your spice rack. Because sometimes the difference between storing fat and burning it is 1 teaspoon of the right spice. Now let's talk about why these 1 teaspoon hacks work so profoundly. It's not just because maca, ashwagandha, or cinnamon are powerful. It's because of the ritual behind them. See, most men drift through their mornings on autopilot. They wake up, check the phone, slam caffeine, rush out the door. That chaos sets the tone for the entire day. Stressed, scattered, reactive. But when you take 60 seconds to prepare something intentional, to stir in that single teaspoon with purpose, you're sending a different message to your body and mind. I'm in control. I take care of myself before the world demands something from me. That tiny daily act resets your internal programming. It builds consistency, not intensity. And consistency is what your body responds to best after 50. You don't need drastic overhauls. You need small, steady wins, the kind that compound quietly day after day. This ritual does more than change your hormones. It changes your mindset. You start feeling calmer, clearer, and more disciplined. And that discipline bleeds into everything: your workouts, your relationships, your work. So don't underestimate the power of that mug in your hand, because the real transformation doesn't happen when you add something new. It happens when you turn an ordinary habit into a daily declaration of strength, focus, and ownership. And that's what these 1 teaspoon rituals are all about. Here's where it gets really practical, gentlemen. You don't have to pick just one of these forever. You can cycle them, depending on what your body needs most. Because, let's be honest, some weeks you feel like a lion. Other weeks, you feel like life just ran you over. That's normal. What matters is knowing which fuel your system needs at the right time. So here's the Dr. Tuba blueprint. When stress is high, deadlines, bills, family tension, reach for ashwagandha. It's your armor. It keeps you calm, focused, and resilient when everything else is chaos. 1 teaspoon each morning, and you'll feel that storm inside you finally settle. When your mood feels flat, when motivation drops, energy dips, or your confidence just isn't there, switch to Maca. It's your spark plug. It reignites the hormonal drive, the confidence, and yes, the intimacy you thought might be fading. When your metabolism feels slow, you're holding on to belly fat, or you keep crashing mid-afternoon, go with Ceylon cinnamon. It's your metabolic switch. It stabilizes your blood sugar and keeps your energy steady from sunrise to dinner. Here's the rule. Stick with one for at least 3 weeks before switching. That's long enough for your system to respond and reset. You're not taking supplements, you're creating a rhythm, a cycle of nourishment that keeps your hormones, your energy, and your focus balanced all year round. And that, my friends, is how you master your vitality instead of chasing it. Here's what's going to happen when you start doing this, gentlemen. Within the first few days, you'll notice small things: smoother energy, clearer focus, less irritation. Then one morning, you'll wake up and realize your body feels different. You're more alert, more alive, and that quiet spark, the one you thought had faded, it's back. You'll walk a little taller. You'll handle stress without snapping. You'll feel that steady masculine confidence humming beneath the surface again. And trust me, people around you will notice, especially your partner. When she sees the focus, the calm power, the energy that doesn't quit, she might start wondering what changed. And when she realizes it all started from one simple morning ritual, 1 teaspoon in your tea, she might laugh, smile, or maybe even beg you to slow down. That's the beauty of it. No gimmicks, no side effects, just nature, intention, and consistency working together like they were always meant to. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these 1 teaspoon habits and commit to it for 21 days. Ashwagandha for stress, Maca for drive, cinnamon for metabolism. Watch what happens when you start your day with purpose, not just caffeine. You'll feel it in your body, your mind, and your relationships. And when that shift hits, when you feel that quiet fire coming back, you'll understand why your partner might be saying, Dr. Tuba, please tell him to stop. Gentlemen, the secret's in your hands, or rather in your cup. I'm Dr. Tuba. Stay sharp, stay steady, and I'll see you in the next one.